Time now for another vlog. And if you have a vlog suggestion that I have yet to do, be sure and check the vlog playlist first. Over on the vlogs channel, we got over 200 subscribers over there. Thank you so much to everyone that has subbed to the vlogs channel. We try to do a new vlog every 2 or 3 weeks. I've been trying to be very consistent lately. But if there's a vlog that I've yet to do and you want me to do it, feel free and send it my way via the comment section, Twitter, Facebook, or Discord. All the links to the Go Burns Nation below in the description section. And as always, I like to mention if there's a vlog suggestion that's kind of taboo or something you'd rather people not know it was you that made the recommendation, the idea, we could do it anonymous. Just DM me your idea. You don't have to tell me why. Just say, hey, here's my vlog suggestion. I want it to be anonymous. DM me via Twitter, Facebook, or Discord, and I may do it. Okay, so today we are talking about jealousy. That's right. It was actually a vlog suggestion from Riley, one of my good friends. She's one of our mods over on the main channel. She also has her own channel where she does a lot of flying, a lot of dog fighting. That's her sort of thing. So yeah, I thought jealousy would be a good topic for vlogging about because it's something that to a certain degree we all have, right? We all get jealous of each other or jealous of others or jealous of this or that situation. Myself included, I'm definitely guilty of this. And I think I picked out the right car, for the vlog, right? I mean, when you see somebody drive around, for example, in a nicer car than you, it makes you a little jealous, doesn't it? Doesn't matter how nice of a car you have, even if it's a decent car. Whether it's a new car or slightly pre-owned, whether it's a $20,000 car, $30,000 car, maybe $40,000, $50,000 car. If you see somebody else driving up on you or driving across the road in a nicer car, it's going to make you jealous. Well, maybe not completely. Some people are like, hey, you know what? That's a nice Lamborghini driving by. And then there's part of you that's like, I wish I had a Lamborghini. I wish I had a McLaren. I wish I had a Rolls Royce. Actually, in real life, I don't really care for Rolls Royces. But anyways, there's some people out there that would love to have a Rolls Royce or a Bentley. And whenever you see someone else rolling around in a Ferrari, of course you're going to get a little jealous. Unless you happen to be the one in the Ferrari. Then you're like, I got a Ferrari. Yeah. But then again, maybe people driving a Ferrari get jealous of other people with nicer cars. It's all, I guess, a matter of point of view, right? The same thing goes for homes. Like, someone that lives in a nicer home is going to be like, yeah, I got a nice home, but I could always get something nicer. I'd always want something bigger, something newer, something more swanky, something, I don't know, of a different style than what I have, like Victorian or Spanish or something else to that So, yeah, it doesn't matter what you got. There's always this nature we have, this craving, this desire for more. And if we see someone else that has more than what we want or more than what we have or something better than what we have, whether it's a house, because there's several nice houses where I live. I mean, in almost every city or town there's nice houses. There's also like middle income houses. There's also, unfortunately, poor homes, apartments, condos, and there's also a lot of people, sadly, that are living on the streets right now that would love to just have a roof over their heads. Even if it was like a one-bedroom apartment, it's better than their current condition. But it doesn't matter how good you got it. Even if you do have, like, say, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, you drive by a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer house, or even a mansion, you're thinking, you know what, I wish I had that. I'd be like, oh, lucky bastards. Oh, I see. Oh, it's a nice house. And you're thinking, I'd like to have a house like that. Or like a beach house. Like, you're jealous of people that have beach houses or people that have, like, other luxuries that unfortunately you don't have. I mean, like clothing. Yeah, clothing is definitely a big one. I mean, not trying to get sexist, but a lot of women out there, I'm sorry to my female subscribers, I do apologize. But you see a girl walking by in something, in like a really nice dress, a really nice jacket, a really nice purse. And look, I've had a few ex-girlfriends in my life. I have a couple sisters, 3 actually. So I know how it is. On one hand, they're like, oh, that's a nice dress. Oh, that's a nice purse. Oh, that's a nice jacket. But sometimes that, I don't know, they're either you're being genuine or else there's part of you that's like, oh, I wish I had that dress. Oh, I see. I wonder how she got that dress. I wonder how she got that purse. And guys do the same thing. We're just as guilty. It was just that we're not really about the dresses or the shoes or the purses. We're about other shit, right? We're about like toys, I guess. Like, a motorcycle. Oh, look at that sweet motorcycle. Or look at that sweet boat you got, dude. And you're like, I wish I had a boat like that. I mean, all I have is this kind of boat. I wish I had that kind of boat. Or I wish I had a nicer bike, a nicer hog. Or whatever you happen to be into. Or a nicer TV, for example. Say you have like a 30-inch, right? And you have a friend who happens to have a 50-inch TV. Of course there's a little bit of jealousy there. Of course, because, he can watch the game. He can watch his shows or movies. Or whatever he wants to do on that TV. You're thinking, you know what? I'd like to have a TV like that. I'd like to have me a nice big, like 50, 60-inch screen TV, HD, like top of the line, 4K. So yeah, unfortunately, jealousy is a thing. I guess it's also a driving force in us, right? It motivates us to do better, I guess, to work harder, to, I guess, have a potentially better career. Not everybody, but some people, they think about the life they want to have, especially when you're growing up and you're in school, whether it's a public school, a private school, or eventually high school, college, and you see people driving nice cars or living in nice homes or they have nice things. And a lot of times that's the motivation for people to want to get a good job, want to have a good career, so that they too can live the dream. So they can have the nice ride, so they can have the nice crib, so they can have the nice flashy clothes, or they can go on the nice vacations to the beach, or go check out some mountains, or go off to an island somewhere, or go up to Alaska. Yep, so there's definitely, just jealousy is good and bad. Jealousy can motivate you to try to better your situation in life, whether it's your career, your job, whatever, or it motivates you to save up, right? So if you want to get a nicer TV or you want to get a nicer computer, or if you currently have, like, for example, a PlayStation 3 and you want a PlayStation 4 because all your friends got PlayStation 4s, it's going to motivate you to want to save up for it, right? And same thing if you have like a PlayStation 4 and you want a PlayStation 4 Pro, or you have an Xbox One and you want an Xbox One X. Same thing. You get a little jealous because of everyone else, that's getting Xbox One X's or PlayStation 4 Pros, or sweet gaming rigs. You want that too. And so the jealousy motivates you to start saving up for it. It motivates you to, I guess, get a job or work longer hours, or maybe even get an additional job. Maybe you already have a full-time job and you decide, you know what? I want to get a little something on the side so that I can make some money so I can get this thing I really want. But unfortunately, jealousy can bring out the worst in people, so it's a double-edged sword. I don't necessarily like jealousy, to be honest, but at the same time, it is what it is. It's just one of our things. It's just a human emotion, a human element. And it's always that craving, always that desire, that drive to be better, Whether it's, somebody walking down the street that has a better body than you, or a guy jogging down the street. He has a nice six-pack, he has a nice body, he's obviously showing it off because he has no top on. He's like, look at what I got. Oh, yeah. And I'm just like, I need to walk more. So, yeah, part of me's admiring him, and I'm like, he looks pretty good. And then part of me is like, damn, I need to work out more. I need to walk more. I need to focus more on cardio, damn it, and cut back on the carbs, which is always a struggle. So you get a little jealous. So at the same time, there's party that I guess admires somebody that looks better or acts better or is in a situation that you wish you were in. Whether it's with a particular partner, right? You see a guy walking down the street or a girl walking down the street of a really hot chick, and you're like, I really wish I had a chick that hot or a guy that hot. Equal opportunity. And so you wonder, well, how do I get a hot girlfriend or a hot boyfriend, or at least someone, decent looking, somebody with chemistry, compatibility? Because sometimes you come across people and you really wonder, like, how the hell did he or she get that person? You're like, how did that happen? How did they end up with them? It's a jealousy thing because you don't understand. Is it because despite the fact that they may have some flaws, they have some good qualities that this other person was attracted to? Or is it because of what this person does? Is Is it a celebrity thing? Is it a gold digging thing because this person happens to have a very good job and makes a lot of money, or are somewhat famous, or they have connections or common interests? Something drove person B to person A, even if it seems like person A is not even in the same league as person B. I know we're getting confusing, but yeah, you see that, you get a little jealous, especially when you're single, and you're wondering like, well, why doesn't anyone want to be with me? You know, I'm on all the dating apps, I'm swiping right, and most people seem to be swiping left, and I'm not a bad catch. You know, I could lose a few pounds, but other tthan that, I'm working on it. You know, 2 or 3 days a week, and then you see other people down the street like, how the hell did that happen? How is that a thing? And how do I not have a thing? What's up? What's going on? So jealousy also motivates me to try to work harder to lose weight and get in better shape, because admittedly, like, one of the first things that we think about when we see a potential partner is physical attraction, right? Physical attraction. It's a reality. I mean, yes, you want to have more than just looks. You want to have common interests. You want to have chemistry. You want to have somebody that you can actually carry on a conversation with, someone that you can go share hobbies with, whether it's going to concerts with, or going on vacation with, or stamp collecting with, or coin collecting with, or playing video games with, whatever it is. I mean, looks are one thing. I mean, you don't have to have a supermodel. You don't have to have like a superstar athlete, but somebody attractive from your point of view. Somebody you're initially physically attractive to. Maybe they're not attractive to anyone else, but they're attractive to you, and that's what really matters. But yeah, I mean, I know. I mean, jealousy does drive us to do good things. But as I was trying to segue into, jealousy also brings out the worst in us, because we become jealous, really jealous, you know, to a dangerous point. Not just a healthy form of jealousy, because I say there is a healthy amount you can have, especially if it motivates you to better yourself in the hopes of getting a better job, or a better vehicle, or a better place to live, etc. Even a better partner, a better boyfriend or girlfriend. But there are those that are willing to do terrible things just to get what they want. They don't exactly, I guess you could say, play by the rules, right? They're willing to lie and cheat, even steal, and potentially harm other people to get what they want. Because I realize we live in desperate times, and jealousy is a matter of opinion. You may drive around in what might be a normal vehicle. Might be a normal vehicle to you. It's nothing flashy, but it's your vehicle. You like it. It gets you from point A to point B. But somebody else who doesn't have a vehicle, they'll see you in that vehicle, and they're like, I want that vehicle. And if you're unfortunately at the wrong place at the wrong time, and unfortunately this does happen, you could get carjacked. Because obviously somebody was jealous of what you had. Maybe you weren't driving around in a Beamer or a Mercedes. Maybe it was just a Chevy or a Ford or a Nissan. But still, somebody else was jealous of what you had, even if what you had doesn't really seem like much. And sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we don't, understand that what we have might be better than what everyone else has. Sometimes we take for granted what we're lucky to have. And I'm not saying that everyone here has everything that your heart desires. I'm just saying that sometimes we focus on the negative, and we're like, oh man, I can't believe I only have this type of vehicle, or I only have this type of house, or blah, blah, blah. But in hindsight, it could be a whole lot worse, because there are definitely a lot of people living day to day, struggling, trying to survive, and they don't have anywhere near the amount of luxuries I have. I mean, for example, not trying to make people jealous here, tying into the vlog, but yes, I'm lucky enough to have an Xbox One X, a PlayStation 4. Eventually, I'll have to get a PlayStation 4 Pro. I have to save up for that. And I have a pretty good PC. And actually, I have two PCs. I have an older PC for internet and video editing, and I also have my gaming PC, which I also saved up for. And I also have a truck, and I also have a home, and I have a few other things as well. And a lot of people out there would probably be jealous of that. No question. Because a lot of people are lucky to just have a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One or a PC that might run some video games. Because gaming PCs are extremely expensive. Unless you know how to build them. And if you know how to build them, it still costs money for the parts. But if you're just buying one outright, yeah, it can get a little pricey. And even if I drive a 5-year-old truck, it's still a pretty good truck. You know, it's nothing too extravagant. It's still a nice truck if you're just regular Joe or Jane driving down the street in something else that's a little bit older and not as in good condition, and they see somebody like me driving down the road in my truck, you know, a bit of jealousy there. So, yeah, while I'm being jealous of somebody driving around in a Lamborghini, somebody might be jealous of me. It's all a matter of point of view. So, yeah, I mean, once again, going back to the fact that we all should be appreciative of what we do have, because sometimes we do take it for granted. And it's okay to be jealous of wanting to better ourselves, of seeing somebody with nicer clothes or living a better life or a better vehicle. And there's part of you that would like to improve your situation. Maybe we'll never drive a Lamborghini. Maybe we'll never have a McLaren. I mean, to be honest, even if I won the Powerball jackpot or the Mega Millions jackpot, I don't know if I'd buy one anyways. I mean, it'd be nice to drive one for fun. But it's expensive to buy, and the upkeep is probably ridiculous, not to mention the car insurance. And the same thing goes for owning a big giant house, right? The homeowner's insurance for a big giant house or mansion is crazy, as well as paying for the utilities, especially during like the summer. Like right now, I have a ridiculously high electric bill, like the highest it's been in a long time. And I can only imagine how much higher that electric bill would be if I lived in a much larger house than what I currently have. And I'm very, very grateful for the house I own. Extremely. Now, I wish I lived somewhere else, and I'm working on that because I want to move closer to my sisters, hopefully one day, if it's meant to happen. Or the beach, or mountains. One of the three will be fine. But for now, yeah, you know, the situation could be better. And admittedly, like I mentioned, I get jealous too. As a content creator, I get jealous all the time. I'm trying my best to grow my channel, and while I'm very grateful for the subscribers, the viewers, the fans, the members of the Go Burns Nation that I do have, and I really am. I think we have nearly over 7,600 subscribers. We have 200 subscribers, as I mentioned earlier, on this channel, and we have an awesome, growing, thriving Discord community. I do see other channels that make similar content to me that are larger. And naturally, I get jealous. And I'm like, I wonder, like, how did they get that big? How are they able to grow their channel? And I go and I look at their channel, and sometimes it doesn't make sense. And maybe some of them did it legitimately. Maybe they got lucky through the algorithms of YouTube. It was just good timing on their part. Or then again, maybe there was some shady stuff that happened, because a New York Times article came out, let's see, last week, I believe, or a few days ago. And they talked about how there's an issue on YouTube with fake views and fake subscribers. And it's nothing new, but there are definitely people out there that are making pretty good money getting fake views and fake subscribers for other channels and helping other channels illegitimately grow. And something like that definitely ticks me off, because I've been working hard for over 4 years trying to grow my gaming channel. 2 years with the vlogs channel. It's not that I'm trying to grow this channel. I just enjoy making vlogs because I love throwing my points of view, my 2 cents out there, my opinions, my life experiences for you guys. Hopefully it's informative. Hopefully it's, at the very least, inspirational or humorous. Hopefully it's never a waste of your time when you check out my vlogs. But back to the gaming channel, yeah. I like to believe that I've done pretty good over the past 4 years. Can I always do better? Yeah, and I'm always trying to do better. I try, at least. Sometimes I just wonder how much better I can get. Sometimes you feel like you're at your peak, but maybe not, right? But yeah, you see channels that have been obviously working at it for years, and you respect those channels because they've been at it for years and they've gotten big. They've gotten with hundreds of thousands of subscribers or millions of subscribers, but they've been doing it for longer than I've been doing it. But then you come across channels that haven't been doing it nearly as long as me, and somehow they're already larger than me. And I don't like to throw shade, as most of you know, even though I get a little jealous of other channels. And I'm sure channels get jealous of me. That's just the fact of life. And it's another reason why you have to be appreciative of what you have. Because just like every other YouTuber, I started off with 0 subscribers, 0 views, nobody. Zip, zilch, nada. And I've come a long ways since then. And unfortunately, yeah, like I mentioned, there's, 1 or 2 channels I've come across that had much smaller subscriber base than me several months ago, back in April, for example. I think it was April. And the oldest video on their channel at that point, unless they deleted some other stuff and just rebranded themselves, was like 4 months old. Or 4 weeks old. It was like 4 weeks old back then, back in April. Or was it May? It was when the third Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer came out. And that's when they started the real media blitz for Red Dead Redemption 2 with the articles. Obviously, I did a trailer breakdown, as most of you know, because I'm covering Red Dead Redemption 2, because I'm very excited about that game. And I just randomly came across another YouTuber that was doing the same thing as me. And for some reason, for similar videos, they had more views than me. I'm like, well, that's kind of interesting. Okay. And then I looked over to the right, because it gives you, it'll do recommended, right? It'll recommend this YouTube channel. And at first, when you see those views, you're just thinking, okay, this must be a bigger YouTuber I've never heard about. But when you look over to the right, it says that they have 1,600 subscribers. And your jaw drops. You're like, what? I mean, here I am with over 7,000 subscribers, and I've made similar videos over the same content, and I'm only getting maybe several hundred views, and maybe for some several thousand views. And for every video they're dropping, they're getting thousands upon thousands of views. And you're just sitting there going that does not make any sense. How does this in the slightest make any damn sense? It doesn't. And then all of a sudden, you go and you look at their channel, their channel technically has only had 4 weeks worth of content, and their channel hasn't been around as long as my channel. And then all of a sudden, their channel just starts growing, it starts exploding, and now I think they're at least twice as big as me. So yeah, there is definitely a jealousy factor there. And I mentioned this in previous vlogs, and on one hand, you want to believe that this person is legitimate, even though I think they've done a little bit of clickbaiting in some of their videos. Unfortunately, it's a thing that YouTubers do. I try not to do it. Once or twice I've been accused of it, but I don't try to do it. Not intentionally anyways. But yes, so some of their vids are clickbaity, which also unfortunately does help you with views and subscribers for some odd reason. You think it would hurt you, but it doesn't. So there's that issue. And then there's the fact that this article came out, which once again reconfirmed my beliefs that there are definitely channels out there, and possibly this one, maybe not, that have illegally grown their channel with, these fake views that they've been buying. And it makes you even more jealous, because you're doing it the right way. You're busting your ass trying to get this shit done right. And you like to believe you're doing a good job. Everyone tells you, most people tell you you do a good job. There's always people that are going to dislike your content for whatever rhyme or reason, whether for legitimate reasons or just because they don't like you, because of your voice, because from their point of view, you're annoying. I don't know. We all have different tastes. That's just life. But it's just sad, because it makes you jealous of somebody that you really shouldn't be jealous of. And you have to hope that eventually karma is going to catch up with them, if they, in fact, have been violating the rules and have been doing it the wrong way, cheating the system and buying illegal views and subscribers. And unfortunately, I fear that a lot of YouTube channels are doing this. Not all the channels out there, but I'm sure there's a lot, because I understand how hard it is to grow a channel. With each passing year, you have more and more people becoming content creators and streamers. Even back in 2014, when I started my gaming channel, there's already a lot. And 4 years later, there's even more. Even more. And yeah, because you're always trying to grow your channel. And while you're not competing with these other YouTubers, you're just trying to focus on growing your channel and get more subscribers, get more viewers, get more fans, grow your community. In my case, the Go Burns Nation. And hope that one day you might get lucky with a viral video and it'll lead to a lot more subscribers, viewers, and fans. And you'll finally get discovered. You'll finally get acknowledged. But unfortunately, there's always going to be a bigger fish in the sea. For whatever rhyme or reason, there's always going to be a bigger fish in the sea. And a lot of times we choose to focus on the bigger fish. And it brings out the worst in us. It brings out a lot of negativity because there's a possibility they too may have busted their ass to get to that point. Or they may have done some shady things, cutting corners, clickbaiting, or even worse, like I mentioned, buying fake views and subscribers on YouTube. And hopefully, eventually YouTube will deal with them. They can enjoy their win right now. They can enjoy that right now because hopefully, sooner or later, the hammer will fall upon them. Justice will prevail. And those YouTube channels that are partaking in illegal views and subscribers eventually are going to get found out and they'll be properly punished for it. I would like to believe that's the case, but unfortunately, we do live in a world where corrupt people get away scot-free without ever paying for the crimes that they commit to get ahead in life. It happens all the time, from executive suits to politicians. The list goes on and on. The lower level criminals usually get caught. The blue collar crimes, yeah, they're the ones that end up behind bars, but it's very rare that white collar criminals get caught. I often think that the criminal justice system should focus first and foremost on white collar criminals because they cause the most damage. They're the ones that end up getting more money and committing larger robberies by, taking advantage of the system, loopholes, etc., similar to what some of these YouTube channels are doing. And so, yeah, it's obvious that there's a lot of people out there that have illegally found wealth and found a power. And there's also people out there that you wonder, like, well, why the hell do they have money? Why the hell do they have this and that? Especially a lot of the reality stars out there. A lot of those reality stars, most of them, do not deserve a penny, a dollar, a dime of what they have. You know, whether they were discovered because of a sex tape or they were doing something really stupid and somebody decided to record a video of them doing stupid shit. I'm not saying all reality shows are bad. I'm just saying most of them are, and so are the reality stars. But it's sad that we do live in an age where there is reality star worship, and they get like brand deals, they get endorsements, they get money out the wazoo, they get speaking engagements, they get contracts, they get all this stuff and more. And you have a lot of people out there, good, decent people, busting their butt that probably has a lot more going on. A lot more interesting if they were put in front of a camera. They would probably have a way more interesting show because they're far more intelligent. They have a lot more to talk about instead of who's cheating on who or like this dress or that dress or whatever the hell that reality shows stars talk about. Obviously, I don't watch any of them because most of them are crap. I stick to good stuff like Better Call Saul, Game of Thrones, and some other crap as well. But anyways, jealousy. Yeah, jealousy can be good. Jealousy can be bad. We tend to look at jealousy, as always, in a negative way. We do. And maybe there's a legitimate reason for that. Because it does potentially bring out the worst in people. Because instead of being proud of somebody for their accomplishments, case in point, one of my cousins. I'm going to wrap this up with one of my cousins. Now, she and I wouldn't say we're close. We graduated the same year, 1999. Yes, I'm dating myself. And I graduated at the bottom of my class. I didn't exactly do the best in high school. I got in a little trouble, but, last 2 years of high school, I tried to turn things around. I stopped skipping school. I stopped getting into trouble because I really wanted to get out of my hometown. I really wanted to try to make my grandfather and others proud of me. And so I wanted to get that high school diploma so I could move in order to go to college and hopefully better my life because I didn't want to be stuck in that same small town. And so I was motivated to do that, to get back into school, studying, passing I had a lot of catching up to do. So all the way up to the very end of my senior year, I was busting my butt, struggling, trying to pass classes. And I ended up graduating, but unfortunately, I did graduate at the bottom of my class. The point is I graduated. I got that piece of paper. Now, my cousin, she graduated valedictorian. She made straight A's, honor roll, all that stuff. So I think from that point, I don't know why that there's always been this thing between her and me. But I think going from two different spectrums, I think there's been some sort of animosity there. Now, maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's her fault. Maybe it's just two people that don't get along, right? Oil and water. Some cousins I get along with, some cousins I don't, just like some of my aunts and uncles. It's just people, some people rub you the right way, some people don't rub you the right way. Like, I don't think she's a bad person at all. But it is very interesting that there was a part of me back then that was kind of sort of jealous of her because of the fact that she was a valedictorian. But that's not on her, that's on me because of how I was in school. Because I didn't study hard enough, I didn't bust my ass hard enough in order to make better grades, to graduate higher in my class. So that's not on her at all. It's on me. And just because I'm jealous of somebody who graduated the same year I did, who happened to be the only valedictorian in my family so far, that in a way it's kind of humorous. It is kind of humorous. And in the end, I did get a college degree as well. But at the same time, it's interesting what we tend to get jealous of. And maybe she's jealous of me for other reasons. I don't know. Like I said, she and I are not exactly close. But anyways, jealousy. It's a very fascinating topic. And I say, once again, there's a healthy form of jealousy where you can see somebody that's doing a little bit better than you, a better car, a better home, better life, and it can end in a positive way by motivating you to better yourself, to eat better, to work out more in order to look better, or to get a better job, or to work harder, or to study harder. And maybe that's a lesson here for all of you watching. Yeah, if you're in school right now, whether it's high school or college, and you want a better life for yourself, or potentially a better life where you have nicer things, then yeah, I highly recommend you study. I highly recommend you do your best, whether it's a college or a trade school, whatever you want to do of your life career-wise, make sure you do your best. Study hard, learn a lot, and try to be a success at whatever career you go into. And hopefully, just hopefully, you'll be the one driving around in a car or in a vehicle that you can be proud of, and maybe, just maybe, somebody special in your life that somebody else walking down the street may look at and be like, you know what? I wish I was him or her.